What's going on, everybody? My name is Steven. You guys are watching the Fowler Airgun channel. Look, every once in a while something comes to the market that's new that just gets me super excited. And that's what we're going to be talking about today is the new H&N Hornet Pistol Pellets. Rolling. Alright, here we go. So exactly what are the new H&N Hornet Pistol Pellets? Well, they're exactly what they sound like. H&N originally had the H&N Hornet, which is a design of a semi-hollow point with a penetrating brass tip in the center. Now, they were a fantastic pellet, and they are a fantastic pellet, especially out to medium and close ranges. However, at some point in time, H&N got a lot of feedback from customers who were telling them that they were having issues cramming them into some of the magazines for these small .177 caliber air guns. So H&N went back to the drawing board and they figured out how to shorten that pellet so that it is designed now to fit in pretty much all magazines. Alright, so let me go ahead and explain to you what we're going to do today. I have my custom Webley Nemisis PCP pistol here. It's a little bit of a carbine here. And it was CO2 converted over to HPA. Going to be shooting at 2,000 psi. We're going to be shooting these H&N Hornets, the original 9.57 grain pellet, and the new H&N Hornet pistol pellet at the 7.7 grains. I'm going to shoot over to Chronograph so we can get us some velocities out of this platform here. And then we're going to shoot us a couple of interesting targets and get us a couple of groups out here and see how they perform. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. We have the original H&N Hornets. These are 9.57 grains. And we're going to go ahead and load up this side of this 7-shot magazine here. And what I'm going to do is start at a 2,000 psi fill on this air gun here, on this pistol. And we're going to shoot us a group right here at just 6 yards. We're going to start at the top half of the board. We're just going to work our way over and down. And then we're going to do on the same fill, continue to shoot, and we're going to push it back out there to 15 yards and see how these perform at 15 yards as well. Then we're going to switch over and we're going to try our new H&N pistol pellets. Alright, so here's what I have. I'm going to get this chronograph turned on first before we do anything. It's a bit overcast today, so hopefully the chronograph will function with us. I have the Caldwell turret here to help us minimize any human error on my behalf, at least as much as possible. And if you have the Caldwell turret, it's fantastic. Sometimes if you run a much slimmer platform like a pistol or something, you want to rest in here, it doesn't quite clamp all the way down. So I've taken some really dense foam and wrapped it in sports tape here and just made myself a couple of blocks that I insert in here that will help us to grab onto this pistol and give us a little bit of extra, just a little bit of extra help with shooting these groups because we want them to be as accurate as possible. So again, I'm at 2,000 psi, and if you would just bear with me for just a moment here, I'm going to get us all the way set up, and we're going to shoot us these groups here. Alright, I believe we are ready to go. We can go ahead and get this camera rolling. Alright, here we go. Hopefully our chronograph feels good today. I feel pretty good about it. We're going to start at the top left side here for our H&N Hornets at a 2,000 psi fill. And I'm going to print a group in the first square on the graph chart just below our writing there. And we'll see how these perform. Oh, I guess it would help to have something in the magazine here. In the gun, rather. Here we go. Alright. Starting at the top. That's 499 feet per second. 486 feet per second, 537 feet per second, 540 feet per second, 531 feet per second, 541 feet per second to finish off there from 2000 psi. Now I'm going to load this again and shoot this next 7 shots. Camera's going. Chronograph is working. We're going to move right on over just to the right there. 567. 540. 578. 578. 593. 614. 638 feet per second. Alright, let's go ahead and bump over now out to 15 yards and do the exact same thing. So I'm going to just grab my little bag here and show you. Filling this thing up here is really nice and convenient. Alright, here we go. Just get it plugged right on in. Alright. We are back at 2000 psi with the original H&N Hornet. 9.57 grains. And we are going to shoot us 2 groups right out here. 2 sides of the magazine out at 15 yards. So a bit further here, we've a bit more than doubled our distance, and we are going to do the best we can. We're going to start on the top left side there of our target out here, our pig target, and let's just go ahead and have at it. Alright, that is our first magazine there. I'm going to load this back again, and we are going to shoot again. Move over to that top right circle there on our target. The same fill, should be roughly at about 1900 psi. Alright, here we go. To the right and top right above the head there on the target. Alright, that is going to conclude our first bit of accuracy and chronograph numbers for our original H&N Pellets. 9.57 grains out of my custom Webley Nemisis PCP pistol. Now we're going to switch over to our H&N Hornet Pistol Pellets and give them a shot, and the same thing. We're going to start right here at 6 yards, shoot them over the chronograph, get some velocities for you, and then move right out to 15 yards and take a look at our groups. Alright, now we are switching gears over to our new H&N Pistol Pellet. This is a 7.7 grain pellet, the exact same pellet, rather just a bit smaller, a bit shorter. I believe the brass tip is a bit smaller. And we are now going to run them through the Webley Nemisis. Make us a group right here at 6 yards and then 15 yards. So we are back at a 2000 psi fill. Camera is ready. We are going to be starting just below the wavy line there. On the top right, pardon me, the top left rather, square, graph square there. And hopefully our chronograph will work with us and we'll catch these numbers for you. Alright, here we go. First shot. 610 feet per second. 627. 620. 652, 629, 676, 683 feet per second to finish off the first side of the magazine. I'm going to go ahead and load this right back up with our H&N pistol pellets here. And shoot the other side, see what kind of velocities we get with it now that it is climbing, and how our groups perform right here at 6 yards. This is 20 feet, second side of our magazine, finished off at 683 feet per second. We're going to go over just one square here. Here we go. 688, 704, 688, 710, 711, 708, 706 feet per second to finish off right here at our 6 yards. Let's go ahead and get aired back up. I'm going to go ahead and reload this magazine. We're going to change gears and go right out to 15 yards here. Alright, we are back at a clean 2000 psi. And we are now going to run our first side of the magazine right out here at 15 yards with our new H&N pistol pellets. Let's go ahead and give it a run. Starting on the left side here. Alright, just finishing our first side there. Gonna load this back up with the pistol pellets here from H&N Hornet. We're going to do the exact same thing, same fill, a little bit higher velocities. We're just going to bump it right over to the right there on our target and print us another fantastic group, I hope. Ooh, that one went crazy on us. Alright, and that is going to finish off our groupings at 6 yards and 15 yards for some absolutely phenomenal groups out of both pellets. Alright everybody, on the next part of this test I thought I would do something a little bit different here. So I have 2 wax bars that are sandwiched together here and screwed to our board just out there. We're at 6 yards here, 2000 psi fill, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot it one time on the left side with our original H&N Hornet, and then we're going to shoot it on the right side there with our H&N Hornet Pistol Pellet. So let me make sure I am loading in the correct side. Alright, so here, right here are our original H&N Hornets. I'm very certain of it. And we're just at a very tight 2000 psi fill, so a little bit on the lower velocity end here. Probably a bit closer towards pistol velocities out of most air guns, so I think it should be pretty accurate here. Again, we're going to do just one shot here on the left and then switch the magazine over and take a shot onto the right there. Alright, H&N Hornet on the far left side of that wax block. Alright, we got one nice clean hit there. And then I'm going to take this magazine out. We're going to switch it over. We're going to have us one shot here on the right side now. And we just barely made it onto the right side there, but I think that constitutes as a good hit. Now let's have a look at them and show you something pretty interesting here. Alright, so we have here our wax block. Just took it straight off of the board. And I will show you the best that I possibly can anyways, if we can get this thing to focus up some here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So this is our block here that we just shot. We have the left side with our original H&N Hornet, and just on the right side here, just barely making it past the line, we have our H&N Hornet Pistol Pellet. Now let's see what happens when we separate these two. Wow, would you look at that. So we made it almost entirely through one whole block here of the wax. The tips just barely making indentations on the other side of this wax block here. And this is probably, you know, 5/8 or 3/4 of an inch thick block here. Maybe even a little bit more than that. And it looks like we had really nice penetration there. I'm sure you can see these nice holes that go right down in there. We have expansion on both. If I was to really look at these from the surface, I would say, to be honest with you, that the H&N Hornet original has a bit more of a splash on the surface, I believe. But let's take a look from the back here. Both of them retain their tip in there. You can actually see just right here, I'm not sure if holding this like this may help a little bit, but the H&N Hornet, the original right here on our left side, is protruding quite a bit more than the one on our right. Now let's see what happens when we break these things apart. Maybe I can break them apart and get these pellets out of here. Well, we got close on that one there. Sometimes may need to break out trusty old knife here. So let's do this. I don't want to damage the pellet any. I want to get it out so we can have a good look at it. So hopefully this will work out pretty well. I'm just going to trim around this a little bit the best I can. See if we can get this pellet out. So the one I'm digging out right this moment here on the top is actually our original H&N Hornet, and making a mess, that's for sure. A bit harder than I thought it was going to be, just getting the stuff out of this wax. But I figured normally I would do ballistics gel on these types of tests. I really didn't see a reason need to do that because I've shot ballistics gel with the original H&N Hornet. And trying these H&N Hornet Pistol Pellets, I imagine they're going to be quite a bit different than ballistics gel, which is why we're shooting the wax, so that we can get a little bit of an idea. But they are going to be pretty similar. You know, shooting a gel, shooting the wax, going to get some pretty similar results. So here's what I want to show you. This is our original H&N Hornet, and if you notice, it has very little deformation. It really doesn't have a lot going on for it. So if we go over here, this is our pistol pellet. Try not to destroy my table or my hand or my knife or the pellet. Best I can to get this out here without having a giant mess. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Here we go, look at that. Now that is rather interesting. We got quite a bit of expansion on that small pistol pellet there. What do you think of that? Let's see if we can get you a better look at that there. Quite a bit of expansion. This is some really fun stuff now, the parts that I always enjoy. I have us a couple of different things to shoot other than the wax. So I have a couple potatoes, a couple old half rotten oranges, and a couple of half rotten plums. So all things that should make a pretty good pop. Should be pretty interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and get them set up down here, and we're just gonna shoot them. We're gonna shoot them with the original H&N Hornet, and we're gonna switch over and we're gonna shoot them with the new H&N Hornet. I have our gun still filled up to, we're about close to 2,000, maybe 1950, somewhere around there. I'm going to switch back our magazine here to our original H&N Hornet pellet here. Make sure I'm absolutely loading up the correct thing. Oh yeah. Alright, so again, we're a little bit on the lower velocities. Not a big deal. I'm just going to have a little bit of fun, guys. We're going to start right here. I'm just going to shoot this potato, and I'm going to shoot this orange, and I'm going to shoot this plum here, and we're going to see what all of them do. Let's go ahead and start with that tater. Nice little shot there. These are the original H&N Hornets. Let's go ahead and go for that orange. I knocked it off. That's okay. Let's go ahead and take another shot and go ahead and hit our plum. Nice. Alright, cool. I want to switch over. I want to do the same thing. Put some fresh fruit and vegetable up there and go ahead and hit them with the H&N pistol pellet. Hey guys, I just want to take a moment real quick to say if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see some more from it. And remember guys, that these pellets are not cheap anymore. These pellets cost 10 cents a piece now. Alright, so we got a bit more velocity now because we are dropping PSI here in our air cylinder. So we're going to switch back over to these new H&N pistol pellets, and we're going to give it a shot here the same way. Bit more velocity. We have a lighter pellet here, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and shoot this potato and then this orange and this plum just like we did before and see what happens. Our potato made a nice little thump there. Let's go ahead for that orange. Oh yeah, much better. Let's go ahead for that plum right there on the right. Nice. Well, what do you all think about the new H&N pistol pellets? I have 2 more oranges and 2 more plums out there, and we're going to take them out at 15 yards here and wrap up this video. There's our first orange on the top left. Let's get that other orange. Oh yeah, I didn't knock it off though, so not very impressed. Let's see if we got any more pellets in here. I think we got another one in there. Let's go for our plum. Took that plum right on out. There should be maybe 1 more pellet in here. Let's give it a try. Nope, empty on that side. Let's go ahead and hit it with an old H&N Hornet, still left on the other side of this magazine here. See what it looks like out there at 15 yards. Zip right on through. Let's hit it again. See if we can knock it off. Didn't knock it off. Oh, we still got ourselves 1 more pellet. See if we can hit the core inside of that plum. Nope, we didn't knock it off, but it sure was fun though. Alright, well there you have it guys. Just out here comparing the original 177 caliber H&N Hornet to the new 177 caliber H&N Pistol Hornet there. And I gotta say, a lot of great expansion on that short little pellet, still getting some really great velocities and some accuracy. So overall, I'd say H&N did a great job redesigning this pistol or this pellet for us rather, to fit into our magazines, but also to deliver a little bit more than the original pellet was actually bringing to the table. And still, the original Hornet is a fantastic choice of pellet, great for medium to close distances, small game hunting, and even doing some target shooting if you're wanting to shoot a couple of hard cans and things. So, that being said, my overall opinion, fantastic job H&N. I really like the new product there. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you do me a favor and give it a thumbs up so more folks can see it. Subscribe if you want to see more content from this crazy old circus. And as always guys, I'll see you on the next one.